Alright, so let the investigation begin. You see this case involving Ahmed Tajuddin, who is being accused of unaliving Sheriff and Prince Ademola Akinloye. We go further to expose a lot of corruption in the justice system of this country. As you all know, Ahmed Tajuddin, I don't know him from anywhere. I just saw a video online on Tunde Ednut's page and on Twitter where this man called my name. And he said, "Verydarlackman, I want you to investigate this matter. I am being accused of unaliving two persons because of family land. They want me out of their way. That is why they are pinning the deaths of these two persons on me. Please, I want you to investigate." And as you can see, look at my board. I've been investigating. And I found out a lot of things. That is why I said it's going to go further to expose the justice system of this country. So it's a whole lot of case. And also, after I posted the video the first day, I started seeing some posts on Facebook where they said I've been paid. And I don't like being accused of being paid. It makes me more interested in the case. Apparently, it looked like some people don't want me to go deep into this case. But I'm now more interested in the case because you people are accusing me of collecting money. And I don't like that. Right? So now let me tell you about my investigation. Ahmed, the person being accused, Ahmed Tajuddin. Let's start with the accused. Who is Ahmed Tajuddin? Ahmed Tajuddin is a 39 years old man who is a stark illiterate. He cannot read and cannot write. But Ahmed is very influential in his community. I'll tell you about the community, right? Ahmed is very influential. Why is Ahmed influential? Because Ahmed shows boys love. He knows how to give. Even down to, I've made calls to some people that don't like him. They were the one that gave me this information. That Ahmed gives money. That's his way. If Ahmed has 50,000 naira, Ahmed can share 40,000 naira to the community. That's what he's known for. He's loved because he's a giver. Right? Now, also, Ahmed is a frequent traveler. He travels to abroad frequently. Right? From his travel history submitted by the immigration just between 2023 when this investigation started to 2024 when the investigation ended the first time, you could see that he travels a lot. Like in this case, he departed Nigeria on the 13th of March 2023 and he came back to Nigeria again on the 30th of March 2023. Right? He spent like, let's say 27 days, right? Then in another case, he traveled again and came back on the 9th. This place that is omitted, I will point it out. Then you can see again, let's go down to 2024. He traveled on the 14th of April 2024. He came back 2 months later. Then he traveled on the 10th of July 2024. Then he came back November 2024. So you can see Ahmed is a frequent traveler. You can also look at his international passports. If you look at his international passports, you can see a stamp that he traveled on the 20th of October 2022. So Ahmed is a frequent traveler. He travels abroad a lot. Even has an address in the UK, in London. So he travels a lot. Right? So Ahmed, his profile is that Ahmed is a stark illiterate that is loved on the street. You understand? Because he gives, and he's also a frequent traveler. Also, Ahmed is like a thug. Because of the influence he controls, Ahmed is like a thug. A lot of politicians, they call him in one or two activities when it's time to intimidate some persons. Because of the influence he has, he does one or two for some politicians, right? So we can also say Ahmed is a political thug and a political tool. Do you understand? So we can call him a Robin Hood at the end of the day. So that is for Ahmed, the person being accused. Now we have Sheriff, one of the deceased. Ahmed is 39 years old, like I said. Sheriff is a year older than Ahmed. Sheriff is 40 years old. Sheriff is not entirely a stark illiterate. He can read a little bit and he can write. So he's way better than Ahmed when it comes to book knowledge. But Ahmed and Sheriff were close at some point. Very, 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 very close. It is even said, based on my investigation, that Ahmed bought the car that the deceased was using until his death. That was Ahmed that bought it for him. It is also said that it was even Ahmed that helped him complete his building, his house. It is also confirmed that Ahmed was the first person that took Sheriff out of Nigeria and took him abroad. So at some point they were very close. Sharif is also very, very influential in this said community because all of them are from the same community, right? Now let's come to the second deceased. The second deceased is Prince Ademola Akinloye. Prince Ademola Akinloye is 46 years old. He's older than Sharif and older than Ahmed. Prince Ademola Akinloye is also loved in the community because he's very, very peaceful. He's very, very peaceful. Everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. He's peaceful. He does not look for trouble. And he's also the man after his father's heart. The father is the king of their community. Right? He's loved by his father. As a matter of fact, he's loved so much by his father that he controls the assets of his father. He controls the land that belongs to his father. He controls the farms. He controls the houses that belong to his father. And he's also loved by his father because he's the only child from his mother to the king. So the king loved him so much and is very, very respected, right? So you see, this is like a brief history of these three persons, right? Now, let's go to their deaths. Where are these people from? These people are from a community called Ajiran. All of them, these three persons are from a community called Ajiran. The community called Ajiran is a developing neighborhood located along Lekki-Epe Expressway. It is very, very close to Chevron, Agungi, and Ikota. You can look it up, right? That is the community where all these people are from. Now, this community called Ajiran, they control vast land in Lagos. Lands that are in strategic positions in Lagos. It is even said that they were the one that sold Pinnock. According to my findings, that it is them that sold Pinnock. A lot of estates in Lagos that are on the island, that it is this community that sold those lands to them. So the community controls a lot of lands. And this land money is big. Do you understand? And because of this land money, it created a little bit of division in the community, right? Between the leaders of the community, Ahmed and some other persons, right? Now, who was Ahmed? Ahmed, like I said, was a stark illiterate. This community was being run by some leaders. This community